This gym teacher has 3 daughters with no wife, got rejected by American Idol twice, finally won with 26 million votes, making history as the first black man to win in 22 years, and still hasn't gotten his prize money. Picture a regular guy teaching gym class to elementary school kids, singing between dodgeball games, going home to 3 little girls every night, and dreaming about making it as a singer. That was Jamal Roberts just a few months ago. Now he's performing on stage with music legends like Brandy, Monica, and Kelly Rowland. His first song hit #1 on iTunes. He just got nominated for a Grammy. But here's what makes his story really interesting. Jamal isn't married, keeps the mothers of his children completely private, and when people ask about his personal life, he gives answers that leave everyone with more questions. This is the real story of Jamal Roberts, the 27-year-old from Mississippi whose life just went from teaching kids to international fame practically overnight. Jamal Roberts was born on November 6, 1997, in Meridian, Mississippi. He grew up in a strong Christian family where church wasn't just Sunday morning, it was everything. His parents, Carlos Roberts and Kim Daniele, raised him with faith at the center of their lives. His grandparents were the first ones to notice that little Jamal could actually sing. They pushed him to use his voice, and by age 2, Jamal was already singing real songs. Not baby sounds, actual singing. He grew up listening to classic groups like The Temptations, which explains why his voice has that old school soul sound that makes people stop and listen. Growing up in Mississippi meant growing up around gospel music, and Jamal spent years performing at churches and gospel events across the country before anyone outside his community knew his name, before American Idol changed everything. Jamal worked as a gym teacher at Crestwood Elementary School in Meridian. He wasn't teaching because he couldn't find anything better. He really loved working with kids. His students knew him as the teacher who sang while they played games, who brought joy into the gym, who made everything fun. When Jamal won American Idol, Crestwood Elementary posted a video tribute that will make you emotional if you watch it. His students were sad to lose their favorite teacher, but so proud to see him win. Jamal said he wasn't teaching for the money, it was really about the kids who inspired him every single day. That real love for teaching is part of what made America fall in love with him. Now let's talk about the part of Jamal's life that creates the most questions: his family situation. Jamal Roberts is the father of 3 daughters named Harmoni, Lyrik, and Gianna Grace. Notice the musical names. Harmoni is 6 years old, Lyrik is 4 years old, and baby Gianna was born in April 2025, right in the middle of American Idol season 23. In fact, Gianna was born just 1 week before Jamal won the whole competition on May 18, 2025. Jamal calls himself a girl dad for life and posts photos on Instagram with his daughters, talking about how much he loves them, saying they're his whole world. His performances on American Idol were often for his girls, and seeing Harmoni and Lyrik in the audience wearing matching outfits, waving signs that said "Go Daddy," melted millions of hearts across America. But here's where things get really interesting, and where Jamal keeps things super private. He is not married. He has said this multiple times in interviews, even holding up his bare hands to show there's no wedding ring. During one radio interview on The Morning Hustle, the host thought Jamal was married and he quickly corrected her, making it crystal clear that he's single and not in a relationship. When asked about his wife's comments on his American Idol journey, Jamal laughed and said there is no wife. He then explained that when the mother of his child gave comments, she told him to focus and keep doing what he's doing. Notice he said the mother of his child, not my girlfriend or my partner. That specific choice of words tells you something. The mystery around the mothers of his 3 daughters has made people really curious online. Jamal has never publicly said the names or shown the faces of his children's mothers. No social media posts with them, no photos together, no interviews talking about them, nothing. Some reports say that Jamal shares his daughter Lyrik with a woman named Shabrina Mitchell, but even that isn't confirmed by Jamal himself. When fans flooded his Instagram asking when he would introduce the mothers of his 3 beautiful daughters, Jamal just ignored the questions. When reporters pressed him about it during interviews, he gave unclear answers about keeping things private. During the Morning Hustle radio interview, things got awkward and funny. The host asked if Jamal had any problems with his kids' moms while he was away filming American Idol. Notice the plural moms, not mom. Jamal's response was telling. He said he has no problems in any areas of his life when it comes to his kids. He stressed that he's been a present father since they were pregnant. always there for his kids, and anytime they need something, he's there no matter what. The host started laughing because the situation seemed complicated, and one host said managing that must be tough. Jamal just shrugged and said, "You've got to be from Mississippi. You handle all things, you keep everything handled." That response left everyone laughing, but also wondering exactly what his situation is. What we know for sure is that Jamal has at least 2 different mothers for his 3 daughters. Whether it's 2 moms total or 3 separate moms, he hasn't made it clear. What's obvious is that Jamal has chosen to keep these women's identities completely private, which is actually pretty respectful in a time when people share everything online. He's protecting their privacy, protecting his daughter's privacy, and keeping his personal business separate from his career. Some people love this boundary, others think it's weird or confusing, but Jamal doesn't seem to care what anyone thinks. He's doing what works for his family. In interviews, Jamal has been surprisingly honest about having children before marriage, even though he grew up in church where that's usually not accepted. He told Billboard that some people say don't have kids before you're married, and growing up in church they definitely knew to be married before having kids. But he wasn't married, and being a dad is literally the best thing that ever happened to him. He said fatherhood calmed him down, gave him a better view of life, and having girls specifically taught him how to treat women. He explained that daughters are very sensitive, especially with their daddy, so you learn how to treat one without making the other feel jealous. That's real wisdom from experience, and it shows Jamal is genuinely hands-on with parenting. The hardest part of American Idol for Jamal wasn't the performances or the pressure, it was being away from his daughters. He said multiple times that missing his kids was the worst thing about being on the show. When baby Gianna was born in April while he was competing, Jamal couldn't be there for the birth. He kept her arrival secret from producers because it was so personal to him, and he didn't get to meet her until his hometown visit. Jamal said that was the first birth he'd missed because he's been present for Harmoni and Lyrik's births. Missing Gianna's birth destroyed him, but it also gave him extra motivation to win. He performed with that new baby on his mind, fighting to win so he could give all 3 girls a better life. Now let's talk about Jamal's career journey, because it's way more complicated than just showing up on American Idol and winning. Season 23 wasn't Jamal's first time trying out for American Idol, it was his 3rd attempt. He tried out twice before and got rejected both times. During his first audition years ago, the judges told him he needed more vocal training and that he was too young. Brutal. During his 2nd audition, the judges asked Jamal to sing a 2nd song. Problem was, Jamal had only prepared 1 song. He didn't have a backup ready, so he failed to get a golden ticket to Hollywood again. Most people would have given up after 2 rejections. Not Jamal. He took every criticism, used it to get better, kept working on his voice, and came back for round 3. When he finally tried out for season 23 in 2025, Jamal absolutely killed it. He performed Mary Jane by Rick James and Believe by Fantasia, impressing judges Lionel Richie, Carrie Underwood, and Luke Bryan so much they gave him his golden ticket. From that moment, Jamal became one of the season's favorites. Week after week, he delivered performances that made people cry, gave them chills, and showed his ability to sing any style: gospel, R&B, soul, pop, country, you name it. During one week, mentor Jelly Roll told Jamal that his cover of the song Liar was so good that it wasn't Jelly Roll's song anymore, it was Jamal's song now. That's the best compliment from the original artist. But the performance that really sealed Jamal's win was his cover of Heal by Tom Odell during iconic Idol Moments Week. Critics compared it to Fantasia's legendary summertime performance from season 3 that basically won her the competition. Fantasia was the mentor for that week and watched Jamal channel the same raw emotion she's famous for. Judge Lionel Richie said Jamal was divinely guided after that performance. When the finale came on May 18, 2025, Jamal performed Heal again along with Her Heart by Anthony Hamilton and Just My Imagination by The Temptations. When host Ryan Seacrest announced the voting results, he revealed something shocking: Jamal had received 26 million votes, a record for the ABC version of American Idol, and nearly double the votes from the previous season. America had spoken loud and clear. Jamal's victory was historic. He became the first black man to win American Idol in 22 years, since Ruben Studdard won season 2 back in 2003. That's more than 2 decades. His win meant everything, not just to him but to his daughters, his city of Meridian, and to everyone out there chasing something bigger. When Jamal won, he held one of his sleeping daughters on stage during the celebration, a moment that perfectly showed what his journey was all about, doing this for his girls. So what did Jamal actually win? The American Idol prize package includes a recording contract with Hollywood Records and $250,000 in cash. But here's the catch that many people don't understand: you don't get all that money right away. And it's not free money to spend however you want. The $250,000 is paid into parts. You get $125,000 first to start making your album. Then after you finish and release that album, you get the second $125,000. Also, that money is considered in advance, which means it's basically a loan against future earnings that you have to pay back through album sales, streams, and performances. On top of that, taxes take a huge bite, somewhere between 30 and 50%. So that $250,000 might end up being closer to $100,000 or less in actual money you can keep. In a late May interview, Jamal joked about still not having received his prize money yet. He said he didn't know where it was and he was interested in finding out. The delay is normal apparently, but it shows that winning American Idol doesn't mean instant wealth. What it does mean is opportunity, exposure, and industry connections that can lead to real wealth if you play your cards right. Kelly Clarkson and Carrie Underwood both turned their American Idol wins into massive careers worth tens of millions of dollars. But they had to work for it beyond just winning the show. Since winning in May 2025, Jamal's career has exploded in the best way possible. His first single, Heal, the Tom Odell cover he performed in the finale, immediately shot to #1 on iTunes. In June, he performed at the BET Awards alongside gospel legends like Kirk Franklin, Tamar Braxton, and Muni Long. On June 24, 2025, it was announced that Jamal would be a supporting act on Brandy and Monica's The Boy Is Mine tour, alongside Kelly Rowland and Muni Long. That tour runs from October through December 2025, giving Jamal massive exposure to audiences who might not have watched American Idol. Then in November, just 6 months after winning American Idol, Jamal earned his first Grammy nomination in the Best Gospel Song category for his live version of Still with Jonathan McReynolds. That's an incredible achievement so early in his mainstream career, but all this success comes with pressure. In late June, Jamal posted on Instagram stories checking in with fans about mental health. He admitted things were getting overwhelming. He wrote that sometimes it gets overwhelming and asked others how they were feeling mentally, adding no judgment, just love. His fans responded with overwhelming support, telling him to take deep breaths and take care of himself first. This vulnerability from Jamal shows he's not just some manufactured pop star, he's a real person trying to balance sudden fame, fatherhood, recording an album, touring, and processing how dramatically his life changed in just months. As for Jamal's wealth and lifestyle, we don't have exact numbers on cars, houses, or bank accounts because he's only been famous since May 2025. His estimated net worth before American Idol was probably around his teacher salary, which isn't much. Various sources now estimate his net worth somewhere between $200,000 and $600,000, but those are rough guesses. He hasn't had time to build serious wealth yet. We don't know what kind of car he drives or what his house looks like because Jamal keeps that information private. What we do know is that his first priority after winning American Idol wasn't buying expensive things, it was taking his daughters home so they could spend time together as a family. That tells you everything about his values. Jamal's lifestyle right now is probably crazy busy. He's no longer teaching gym at the elementary school. He's recording his first album, probably in Los Angeles or Nashville studios. He's doing press interviews, photo shoots, and getting ready for that major tour with Brandy and Monica. He's trying to be present for his 3 daughters despite having the busiest schedule of his life. He's learning how the music industry works, dealing with contracts and lawyers. He's building his social media presence, which has exploded to over 260,000 followers on TikTok and hundreds of thousands more on Instagram. He's going from being a nobody to being recognized everywhere he goes. What happens next for Jamal Roberts depends on how he handles this crucial first year after winning. History shows that most American Idol winners fade away within a few years. Only a handful like Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, Fantasia, and Jennifer Hudson went on to superstar careers. Many others released one album that nobody bought and disappeared. Jamal has advantages. His voice is genuinely incredible, his story is compelling, and he's got that old school soul sound that could create a unique space in today's music world. 3 young daughters who need their dad. A personal life that's complicated and private. and the pressure of being the first black man to win American Idol in over 2 decades. The mystery around Jamal's romantic life will probably continue unless he decides to open up about it. For now, he's made it clear he's single, focused on his career and his daughters, and not interested in sharing the details of his co-parenting arrangements. Some fans wish he'd be more open, others respect his boundaries. Either way, Jamal is living proof that your family doesn't have to look traditional to be loving and work well. He's showing that you can be an unmarried father with kids from different relationships and still be a present, devoted, responsible dad who puts his children first. Stay with us because Jamal Roberts' journey from gym teacher to Grammy-nominated artist is just beginning. And whether he becomes the next major R&B superstar or faces the challenges that stop most reality show winners, his story of never giving up, faith, and family will keep inspiring millions who are rooting for the good guy.